The Forza Horizon franchise has been a long-standing franchise of Xbox and arguably the best franchise that they have under their portfolio. Essentially, the Forza Horizon franchise always delivers quality, and with this latest entry, Forza Horizon 6, set in Japan, the expectations were high. And the gist of it is when it comes to the Forza Horizon franchise is you know what you're getting at this point. The Forza Horizon franchise is like any other sports franchise. You know what you're getting out of the gate. You're getting a great open world racing game with a lot of fun activities that have a bit of something for everyone. While the core mechanics and physics are that of an arcade racer, you still can tune your cars like you would in other racing games, as well as there's an assortment of activities that you will find across the world, like finding billboards for XP, doing long jumps, and all of the sort. This is all what's come to part of the course when it comes to the Forza Horizon franchise. However, what this means is that for Forza Horizon 6, it's a been there, done that situation, just in another setting. So what that means is that if you are not a fan of this franchise, or you're just iffy on it for whatever reason, nothing in Forza Horizon 6 is going to change your mind. However, on the plus side, if you are a fan of this franchise, if you enjoy Forza Horizon series, Forza Horizon 6 is definitely going to be right up your alley, as it brings to the table what it's always brought: a fun, casual, arcade, open world racing game that looks and sounds incredible, set in Japan. It's as simple as that. In terms of new additions and what they have brought to the game, the only real new addition, in my opinion, other than the setting, is the fact that you can now customize your garage. There's a garage customizer where you can set up your garage to show off your friends and things of that nature. And you can also share your builds with other players in the community, and you can download theirs as well. That being said, while this is a neat little feature added into the game, it doesn't really change the gameplay as much. It is exactly what you expect, and it's not a major impact. Essentially, for me myself, because I don't really care about the garage aspect of the game, I barely used it. I tinkered with it once just to see what it was like, and that was about it. It's not a core aspect of the experience of the game, as most players would rather be on the road driving around, whether it's a drift race, a toge race, an off-road race. You get it. Everything here is what you'd come part of the course. That being said, what is here is also a polished gem. In my experience playing Forza Horizon 6, the game ran flawlessly for me. No bugs, no glitches. On PC, I was running at max settings, and the game is absolutely gorgeous, especially driving through Tokyo. It is quite the sight to behold, and arguably the best looking racing game on the market. That being said, as stated, this is what is part of the course. The problem with Forza Horizon 6 is that while you could argue, and it probably is, the best racing game to launch this year, we do have a few others to be mindful of, but it's probably going to be the best racing game of the year. It's a been there, done that approach like any other sports game. That's basically the only real negative that I had. The other negative that I will say pertaining to the gameplay that I felt was a little frustrating for me was when it came down to the off-road racing. The off-road racing, the problem I have with it is that it's impossible to tune your car appropriately. And the reason for this is because for majority of the off-road races, there are large sections of part of the races that take on the tarmac. Essentially, almost half, if not more than half of the off-road races include large portions of the track to be on regular public roads, meaning it makes it impossible to tune an off-road car appropriately because you don't know if you should be using rally tires or street tires because you're not sure how long or how much of the track is on tarmac versus how much of it is actually on off-road. And that is a problem, especially when it comes to tuning your car. So it was one of the issues that I had with the game. The other issue, and this is more of a personal preference of mine, but I felt like the ratio from off-road races, cross-country races, to street races and races on actual tarmac roads, it was skewed too much to the off-road. I felt like 65% of my races were off-roads or cross-country, and that's a little too much in my opinion. It should have been more of a even split. When I play these games, I care more about the street racing aspect, especially since this is in Japan. My favorite aspect is the toge racing. So to me, it was one of those where it was just like, personal preference. So if it might be off-putting for some, with regards to the amount of races and how it's distributed. That being said, the last thing I'll touch on is the game story. As we all know, these games have a very, very light, unimportant story to them. Forza Horizon 6 is no different. It has a story, they have NPCs, but no one's interested. Again, you're not playing it for that. You're playing to race around in an open world setting with fun, cool cars. That's basically how it is. So, overall, if you enjoy Forza Horizon franchise, you should absolutely, absolutely play Forza Horizon 6. If you don't like the Forza Horizon series, then there's nothing really here to attract you. And that is basically the gist of it. I enjoyed my time with Forza Horizon 6. I also love the fact that it was set in Japan, something that I thought was really neat. So overall, I enjoy my time. I highly do recommend Forza Horizon 6. It's nothing special. So overall, I'm giving Forza Horizon 6 a 9 out of 10. This is Veteran Gamer, and I hope to see you guys next time.